morning. Sometimes I'm asked how I maintain or sustain myself after listening to many people during the days and the weeks. I usually respond by saying I do my best to empty my mind, to reset between appointments, sometimes take quick mental breaks, create silence, do some quick elastic band movements, or even take 5-minute naps. To have in some ways a no-mind experience heading into the next time with another, having an empty mind and having released the previous appointment energy and information allows me to listen, to thoroughly listen and take one in. The Buddhist idea of no or empty mind promotes temporary emptying and emptiness in order that it can be fully filled again. To achieve an empty mind in order for it to be filled, not to remain empty, even if that sounds like some virtuous state to perpetuate. To experience this cycle of filling and emptying, silence and content as we go along. If my mind is full of old energy or the past appointment, I can't listen or be present or be attentive. And guess what? Sometimes I still miss things. I get distracted. The ego comes in, or I'm tired and at times struggle to stay alert, or I'm uncomfortable with the silence. At the end of the day, I often turn my attention to the outdoors and look and listen and work with my hands. This too is sort of a no-mind state, mental meandering and freedom, partnering with my home and yard. I used to talk to my oak trees, thanking them for their patience with all of our scurrying and vain attempts to control nature. They totally have us regarding wisdom and honor and longevity. And now I try to listen, to humbly be, to notice, to dwell in connective silence. Another neat thing about being in or experiencing a no-mind state is that it does not involve or engage ego consciousness. I don't need to be aware of myself outside of that of an empty vessel listening and fully taking in another, or observing nature. And in the case of nature or being with my fellows, is realizing we are part of it all, part of this energy that connects us. It is not about the separate me or being alone or disconnected. I can be at one with nature or with another, beyond the trappings of the ego, or having to defend myself, or even be aware of myself. And I suppose being more at one with myself, being free, more comfortable, less concerned, less insecure, is a place to start, and perhaps a hard place or a state to attain, because we get in the way of ourselves. We fill the silence with unnecessary noise. And many times when I hear or use the phrase "at one," I think of the word atonement, and not in the traditional theological sense, but rather this, breaking the word down into at one-ment. What does it mean to be at one with oneself or with another or with nature? To be in tune, to be open and fluid and receptive, to receive and to listen, to be at one with another, even in the silence, perhaps mostly in the silence. I suppose being at one with others allows us to listen rather than just hear, to actively receive what another is sharing without thinking what I'm going to say back, to intently be open to as much as I can take in so that I miss less, so that the act of sharing and receiving, listening and connecting is fully honored and experienced. It's hard many times because we have busy minds and we want to respond and get our word across too. We sometimes want to be right or have the last word. Many things of the ego stumble us and keep us from really listening. In the brief silence ahead, consider those to your left and to your right, in front and behind. Intend for them good things, harmony and resolve and health, for they have experienced the heights and depths of what it means to be human, just like you. So thank you for listening and for being at one with me today.